Good morning students. Last class we discussed about fractions. Today we will start topic decimals. Okay, decimals. What is the meaning of decimals? What are the types of decimals? Okay, how to identify decimal point? The point before what is the which part is called whole part, which part is called decimal part, we will discuss today. And before going the topic, first we will discuss about decimal fraction. Decimal fraction. Decimal fraction. What is the meaning of decimal fraction? Decimal fraction is also one type of fraction. In the denominator, just we will observe, in denominator we are having 10 or 10 multiples, means zeros. See, observe here, zeros. These fractions are called decimal fractions. These fractions are called decimal fractions. In denominator we have 10 or multiples of 10, means 100, thousands, like that, means powers of 10, not multiples, powers of 10. Powers of 10 is there in denominator. These fractions is called decimal fractions. Okay. For example, now 7286. How to write this is 7286. 7286 means ones place, tens, hundreds, thousands. But in decimals we will get point after also we will get some values. Means for example 3 by 2. 3 by 2. It's a fraction. Is a improper fraction. Now 2 with 3. 2 1s are 2. What is the remainder? 1. Remainder is 1. Otherwise, then this process it will be stopped. But in decimals will continue. Why? Because if you take point on coefficient, we will take infinite number of zeros. For example, I kept here point, that's why we will get 0. 2 5s are 10 is nothing but 0, means 3 by 2 is nothing but 1.5. Just observe, 3 by 2 is improper and 1 by 2 is mixed and 1.5 is decimal. 1.5 is decimal. Then first any fraction we will convert into decimal, any decimal we will convert into fraction. That will discuss before classes. The next class we will discuss. Then 3 by 2 is the improper fraction. 3 by 2 we converted into mixed fraction, again converted into decimals. This point is called decimal point. See, 7286. This total is called whole part. Actually, in counting numbers, for example, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, will start before, means will start before of the point. Means this is starting value. Don't take from here. Why? Because point before which value is there, that is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, like that. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, like that. Then what about point after? This is the decimal part. This is the decimal part. Why? Because why it is called decimal part? After point this part, the part is after point is there, that's why it is called decimal part. Okay, what about this? This is the decimal point. decimal point. Why? Because we are using decimal. Decimal means deci is nothing but 10. Is there in 10 denominator, it will call decimal fraction. We will convert into points, means decimals. Will get decimals. Okay, the fractions will be converted into decimals. This is the whole in the decimal. This is the total value on that whole part and decimal part. The separation between the whole part and decimal part, the point is called decimal point. The point is called decimal point. Now 3 by 10. What is the value of 3 by 10? 3 by 2 is a decimal fraction. Why? Because in denominator we have 10. Thus we take division. Actually is possible? No, not possible. Why? Because in is 10 is greater than the 3. That's why it's not possible. Take 0. Means we will come here 0 point. When you will take 0, compulsory should mention point. Compulsory should mention point. Now 10 table 30 means 10 3 are 30. Means what is the value? 0.3. 0.3. Okay, this is the fraction, this is the decimal. Like that 7 by 10 is equal to 0.7, 9 by 10 is equal to 0.9, 2 by 10 is equal to 0.2. We can write like this. This is the conversion from fractions to decimal. Fractions to decimal. Okay. Next tens. Okay. Now hundreds. We'll take hundreds now. For example, 7 by 100. What is the answer? 7 by 100. 7 by 100. Now check the division. 100 with 7 is possible? Not possible. That's why take 0 means 0 point. Again 100 with 70 also not possible. Why? Because 100 is more than 70. 100 is more than 70. That's why not possible. 100 zeros, 0, then 70. Then already before I intimated, see what is that? When you will have the decimal point, we can take infinite number of zeros. We can take infinite number of zeros. That's why we'll take one more 0. Now 107 are 700. What is that? 0.07. 0.07 is the answer. See, 7 by 100. In denominator we have 2 zeros. That's why this is in decimal part we have 2 numbers. In denominator we have only 1 0. That's why in decimal part we have 1 decimal value, 1 digit. In decimal part we have only 1 digit. Here in decimal, in the fraction, in denominator we have 2 number of zeros. In decimal part, that's why we will get, okay, how many number of digits in decimal parts? 2 number of digits. 2 number of digits. Okay, this is like that. 9 by 100 is nothing but 0.09. 2 by 100 is nothing but 0.02. 1 by 100 0.01. Okay, like we have to convert fractions into decimals. Fractions into decimals. Okay, same like as in thousands also. Same like as in thousands also. See, once again observe, here in denominator we have 2 number of zeros. That's why in decimal part will come 2 digits. Same, 7 by 1000. What will come? 0.007. Why? Because in denominator we have 3 zeros. That's why in decimal part we have 3 digits. The first last digit compulsory should 1, should 7. Why? Because in numerator is having 7. That's why will come 7. Like that. 3 by 1000 equal to what will get? 0.003. 1 by 1000 equal to 0.001. 0.001. Okay, like this we have to convert into fractions into decimals. Okay, now same procedures. Now decimals to fraction, how to convert? Just 0.3 I am taking, 0.3 I am taking. Now just check it. In decimal part how many number of digits is there? In decimal part how many number of digits is 1, means should multiply with 10 by 10. Should multiply with 10 by 10. Why? Because 10 by 10 actually according to rule of fractions in equivalent fractions, see, any number should multiply, for example 0.3 is nothing but 0.1. Can you take? Any number should multiply the same numerator, the same number should multiply denominator also. Why? Because without changing value, 0.3 into 10, 1 into 10 is nothing but 10. 0.3 into 10 what will get? See first, 10 3s are 30. 10 3s are 30. Then here point after how many numbers is there? Point after one number, that's why 1. 3.0 will come 10. 3.0 is nothing but 3. Means point after 0 not valid. Point after only 0 is not valid. In case 3.0126 it is valid, but 3.10 we can write 3.1, 3.0 we can write 3, 7.280 we can write 7.28. Point after the last digit is 0, then that is not valid. In case 0 is there middle, then it is valid. Okay, see here 9261.432. How to read this number? See, 9 is in which place? Some members are thinking ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakhs. That is wrong. If you take always point before of the point, the first number is ones. Why? Because in decimals the point before value is considered whole part. Then 1 is in ones place, 6 is in tens place, 2 is in hundreds place, 9 is in thousands place. Means this is 1000, this is 100, this is tens, this is ones. Okay, then what about decimal part? This one, 4 is in 10th place. 10th place is nothing but 4 by 10, is nothing but 4 by 10. Here 9 into 1000, like here 4 in 10th place, 4 by 10. Okay, 3 is in 100th place. 100th place is nothing but 3 by 100. 2 is in 1000th place, 2 by 1000. 2 is in thousands place, 2 by 1000. Like that one example we'll take and we'll expand one problem. 253.417. 253.417. Now see, 3 is in ones place and 5 is in tens place, 2 is in hundreds place, 4 is in 10th place, 1 is in 100th place, 7 is in 1000th place. Means 2 in hundreds place, 2 into 100 plus 5 is in tens place, 5 into 10 plus 3 is in ones place, 3 into 1 plus 4 is in 10th place, 4 is in 10th place, 4 by 10. Otherwise we can write 4 into 1 by 10 plus 1 into 100th place. 100th place means 1 into 1 by 100 plus 7 in 1000th place, 1 by 1000. This is the expansion. Now we'll write 2 into 1000, 2 into 100, 200 plus 50 plus 3 plus 3 into 1, 3. Next 4 into 1 by 10 means 4 by 10 plus 1 into 1 by 100, 1 by 100 plus 7 into 1000, 1 by 1000, 7 by 1000. This is the expansion of decimal value, decimal digit. Okay, in whole part we have to write with multiplication, in decimal we have to write division with corresponding only tens. In 10th place we have to divide 10, in 100th place we have to divide 100, in 1000th place we have to divide 1000. Okay students, today we completed the expansion of decimals and conversion of fractions to decimals and decimals to fraction. Next class will continue the types of decimals. Okay, thank you.